Mr. Speaker, I'll tell you my priority. Protect religious liberty, protect people of faith, and protect Americans who believe in the true meaning of marriage. I hope and pray that my colleagues will find the courage to join me in opposing this misguided and this dangerous bill. And I yield back.
She yields back. That's Vicky Hartzler, and she's can't understand. I need you to join me on my way the hell out of Congress to oppose people's rights. This is what gets people crying now. Vicky Hartzler, she's from Missouri, and she was crying, talking about how the House has then passed the codification of same-sex marriage throughout the country. It's called the Respect for Marriage Act. It will protect same-sex marriage. Let's think of it. Protect same-sex marriage. A lot of folks are by their own choosing to marry who the hell they want, and that led her to say, "I need you guys to help me protect religious liberty, people of faith, to stop this dangerous thing." They never elaborate on how dangerous it is. What's the danger? What's going to happen? I mean, Tucker Carlson does go into sometimes. He says it's going to be the end of civilization. Also, there's not enough sperm count run around. Oh, we need more white babies. Things like that. That's the stuff that they're looking for. But they won't say it much out loud. They'll just say this is dangerous, and it's attack on religious freedom. Last I checked, when gay folks get married, nobody runs up in churches and says, "You guys got to get the hell out of here. No more worshiping." That's what they'll make everyone think. Here's more on this. So despite these tears from her, the Respect for Marriage Act ultimately did pass 258 to 169, with 39 Republicans joining Democrats in sending it to President Biden's desk. That's crazy. Now, maybe the reason why Hartzler is crying is because her entire life has been dedicated to this hate and anger towards people who aren't bugging her at all. Before she became a member of Congress, though, she was the face of the movement in Missouri to ban gay marriage. She traveled across the state in 2004, urging Missourians to add an amendment to the state constitution defining marriage as between a man and a woman. We've heard about this over and over and over again. But from that whole tour back in 2004, she wanted to make sure she spoke her mind. Everyone knew exactly what's going on. This evil practice of getting married to whoever the hell you want to get married to. Previously, how this was the same argument when it was about interracial marriage back in the day, because it's against God's will. We need to protect religious freedoms and protect the future of this country, because you can't have any of those mixed babies running around it, because no one will be able to tell who to hate. How do we figure this out anymore? Well, here's some of these things that she was saying on this tour. Check out who Hartzler is.
But we also need to address the external forces that are waging war against traditional marriage, such as legal challenges and judges who are deciding on their own to redefine marriage and expose us to an untested social experiment. This is a licensing issue, and we have a right to do that. We don't call it discrimination because we don't let 12-year-olds have driver's license. Or people who are blind. We say that people have to meet certain qualifications. We don't want to make sure that somebody who hasn't gone to a medical school but wears a white lab coat gets a doctor's license.
And how do you respond to someone who said, people just kind of rhetorically asking, look, gay marriage, let's live and let live. How is it going to hurt your marriage?
Well, first of all, just generally, it would cheapen the value of it. Just like you could say, what does it hurt if I make counterfeit $20 bills? You know, we have a dangerous stretch of highway in the Kansas City area near where I live, where I've seen people drive 90 miles an hour zigging in and out of traffic, and they haven't caused an accident. But that doesn't mean that we should change the speed limit to that. If three people say that they want to get married, they have a loving, committed relationship, we deserve, you're being discriminatory against me because you're not giving me marriage rights. How about if 5 people want to get married, or if they wanted to have polygamy, or even if, like the man in Missouri in 1999 who came out and said he wanted to marry his horse and thought he had every right to do it because he loved his horse.
I hope and pray that my colleagues will find the courage to join me in opposing this misguided and this dangerous bill.
I hope and I pray that Vicky Hartzler no longer wears that weird caramel-colored fake leather jacket with that animal print underneath it, because that was disastrous. Just saying, since that's against my religious freedom, that disgusting outfit. Either way it goes. The good news, at least from my point of view, and that is she's on her way out of Congress anyway. guess the American people didn't agree with you. Because 18 years later, after her tour from 2004, as Congress prepared to enshrine same-sex marriage into federal law on Thursday, she broke into tears, as you saw. Long an advocate for traditional social conservatism, the Western Missouri congresswoman spent one of her final days in office watching her colleagues deliver this final blow against anti-same-sex marriage position that she has long advocated. That might be why she's crying too, because she can no longer go in here and do this anymore and talk about it. Maybe she can go on another tour across Missouri and continue to try to convince people that they don't deserve any rights. Again, that whole list that we ran through there, that was great, by the way. That all parts about that is minimizing their existence, the reality of who they are, and detaching them from being any other kind of real American, real human. These folks, we're talking about polygamy, marrying your horse, and all that stuff. You have to go to college. I guess gay folks didn't get their degree in straightness is her problem. How's this comparison to how people haven't studied up enough and gotten qualified for the job? This is a choice, and it's blatantly, conservatives like this blatantly talk about how much they can't stand other folks having rights. You can't have as many rights as me. You know I'm better than you, right? It's the basis for all of this stuff. So good riddance, good job, Vicky. We know who you are. Hopefully more folks will continue to shun you the way you're doing to other folks. Let's keep it real.